Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Zero Authority is a community of people who believe in open source and permissionless systems built on stacks secured by Bitcoin. Today, we've been waiting for a long time to talk to Carl from Stacks on Chain. Carl, Kurt, how are you guys today?
I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm doing excellent. So I'm happy to have you on the show.
Excited for this.
So, in the next 45 minutes here, we're going to cover a lot of topics. So, number one, the platform that you built for Stacks on Chain and the on chain data is just phenomenal, Carl. So we're going to go through that. Tell us about. I think on your about us, it has that you built this during the pandemic. So I think that's pretty awesome. You got to tell us like what how the idea came up, how you went about building it, and then you also have some competitions going on. Please tell us about that, and then we want to ask about the portfolio, how to explore on-chain data, the NFTs on-chain, and some of the dashboard features that are really cool. So please tell us, how did you even come up with the platform idea, and was it built during the pandemic?
Yeah, first off, thank you for having me here, and I really love what you guys are doing. It's really a lot of work to keep track of everything. It's getting crazy, and your YouTube channel is a phenomenal resource for that.
Thanks so much, Carl. We really appreciate you being here today, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, uh, I started thinking about this around June 2020. June basically is when everyone was going crazy and getting tired of this at the same time.
Yeah.
So basically, I wanted to do something, and I think it was obvious at the time that Stacks was gonna blow up. I first heard of Stacks back in February last year when Bowtied Bull mentioned it in a tweet. It got like a huge following into Stacks, and I was happy to be in on that at that time. Fast forward a few months later, Stacks NFTs were just about starting, and I began already exploring using the API, the on-chain data. So I always like to base my investment decision on actual insights versus just aping into things. So I was looking into metrics and stuff early on, seeing volumes of Stacks punks, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were the earlier ones, but it kind of died off now. So was
They
looking
still,
for
I think they still have a good traded value.
yeah, it's a lot less than it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so different. Then there were the phases of Satoshi and others. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those blew off as well.
Yeah.
So it was really great to see the volume moving around these. Then I think it was around September that that Arctic Wolf released this platform, Stacks Data. So we found it would have been a good idea to partner up.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he's been helping a lot, and that's how Stacks on Chain like evolved to where it is now.
Awesome. Yeah, I know that you've got like an NFT dashboard I've seen. Then in like a couple weeks ago you did the portfolio, and then today you had something new. So where would you like to start? You can share your screen, but kind of walk us through the website
Yeah,
of like maybe the most frequently used things or things that you find interesting or underutilized things that people aren't using and that would be important to know.
yeah, it's always tricky to figure out what people were like the most. So there's a lot of features there thrown at the website, and in general, people just like two or three things, not more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll make sure to go through everything right now. So let me share my screen.
Sure. Okay. Oh, there we go.
We're good?
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so what is this one?
So welcome to Stacks on Chain, guys. Uh, So this was, I wanted something that when people, as soon as they log in, they would see the most active NFT contracts. And this view was perfect for that. So now you can see in the last day, Megapont was the most actively traded, followed by the Wasteland and the robots, so on and so forth. You can also see the number of buyers, the sales, and the floor price, and the percentage of change in that period. So I think this was a game changer when it came out a few months ago. There wasn't one view where you can see everything, where you can have a bird's eye view of everything that's happening regarding NFT.
Yeah.
It was a great help for a lot of people.
So like in this case, so Megapont, that's 18,000 stacks, right?
Yeah,
So each one's about 3,000 stacks. So that's 6 of them traded hands today. And in dollar terms, that's what, $25,000?
yeah,
1.3 or whatever, maybe 22,000.
yeah. Yeah, they're definitely getting a lot of volume.
Wow. What about
I'm
the
surprised to see the Wasteland apes in the second spot, because I think a couple of days ago they were top 10.
Yeah, exactly. I think as soon as they came out, like for a couple of weeks, they were number one. It was amazing and unbelievable. I think right now they're booming because of the Megapont whitelist coming
Yeah.
up. I think they have a whitelist coming up on the 31st. So
Yeah.
people
Is
are
that for Kongs?
yeah, Mega Kong's whitelist.
Yeah, if you own 10, you get one Kong spot. And I think the floor, what's the floor right there say?
64 for
Yeah, it
the
says 64. So 640 stacks, you can get a whitelist Kong.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but I mean,
it's
I
actually the cheapest solution. So you can either buy 2 robots or 10 apes, 10 wasteland apes, or own 1 Megapont. So people are definitely going for the wastelanders.
yeah.
I still remember when they dropped and you could mint for free practically just for the transaction. It clogged the network because Alex Go was launching at that time too.
Yeah, a lot of people blamed it on Alex, but it was actually all Megapont's work.
Yeah, because Megapont, they also had the robots too at the same time with the Wasteland Apes and Indigo, and on top of that, then you had Alex Go at that same time. It was crazy.
Click on the 7 days real quick. Just curious how it flips. Yeah, so almost 60,000 stacks for Megapont.
Yeah, crazy.
And then the robots, as you said, are right there in the number 2, and then Wasteland's number 3.
You kind of start to think, how do you know how people are using this data?
We're currently mostly people are getting in touch with us that are mostly traders, flippers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking for volume stats. They're looking for alerts regarding high volume usage and similar stuff like that.
Oh, and by the way, since I have you here, thanks so much for helping with the Bitcoin pizzas, man. You were critical to pull the data on the NFT contract.
Oh, no worries. It was a pleasure. I'm glad it worked well.
Yeah, really appreciate that.
No worries. It was a good Bitcoin team.
Hey, are you surprised Stacks MFers are taking off like crazy?
Yeah.
Me too.
How many are there?
What, I think there are 6,000 of them.
4,200 or something like that.
Okay. What was the price, and then what's the price today?
I think I'm not sure on that. I missed out on the mint. It was like 10 STX.
Okay.
And the floor is currently at 26.
Wow.
So,
So
yeah.
cool. Alrighty, let's go to another view of the website.
Yeah. Let's start with NFT Alpha since it's freshly released.
So this is out today or yesterday?
Yeah, depending on the time zone, yeah.
Okay.
So how do we think about the UI here? How would we use this data? It's I was looking at it and I wasn't quite sure. Is it if someone wants to flip some types of NFTs that have a high trading volume?
Yeah, so this is kind of the tricky thing in doing these is like I need to think about how to display it the most elegant way to the user, the most easiest way to understand. It's kind of tricky right now. So definitely looking for input on that. But this dashboard, the NFT Alpha dashboard, was intended for people who trade based on rarity. So often, most people don't look at rarity. So they often misprice their NFTs, their very rare NFTs, for just above floor price, and they miss out on a huge amount of revenue.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's interesting because I've been looking for a trade with this guy for Indigo, and I've only been looking at rarities for apes and indigos, and looking at this dot plot here, I would be willing to see, especially like as you get to the top and the right side, how many have a higher rarity that are mispriced. And then like to the right and to the lower side too, right? And then across the left side as well, right? Like how I would be willing, something that I would just kind of just think off the top of my head, like different colors for different rarity traits, like if it's in the top 10, top 20, and then where do they fall on this dot plot? Or is it a
yeah,
histograph?
yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea. So often, like things get mispriced. So often, you have no idea. Like I was working on this for a couple of weeks. I used to always see Megapoint apes in this area here, which is in the high rarity, very high rarity, means low rank, like in the top 200 out of the 1,500 NFTs, but just around the floor price, which is crazy right now. I think we're not seeing it right now. Maybe it's a good thing because people are using this dashboard. Maybe I'm optimistic, but we had an ape around, we had a very rare ape around the floor price just yesterday. Maybe someone sniped it after seeing the dashboard. Hey, I'm optimistic. So
I saw that tweet that you posted, and
yeah,
I was like, "Am I too late?" Like, I think I saw it like 15 minutes after you posted it. I was like, "I think I'm late."
yeah, it was gone. Like even before I posted, I shared it
Oh,
in
was it?
Discord.
Okay.
I shared it in Discord, and then it was gone.
Can you
So
look
yeah,
up the badgers, the Bitcoin badgers? I see a contract address, but how easy is it to? Is it sorted on all NFTs or just Megapont right now?
yeah, just on Megapond right now, we
Okay.
can look at all the badgers. So we get redirected to the link as well if to the exchange if you click
Oh,
on
wow.
the NFT. There you go.
Oh, that's
So,
really cool.
so
Yeah.
looking at this, I would say there's no trend. Is that true? Is that true?
Yeah, yeah. So people are mostly not basing their decisions on rarity,
Yeah.
which is a shame because they're missing out on a lot of revenue.
Man, Carl, you're just giving me some really good ideas right now because
Yeah,
I'm not an NFT trader. I'm just like a buy and hold kind of guy. But I just don't have enough time to get into the NFT game. I know the top collections on Stacks, but this kind of gives me some, and not necessarily flipping, but just like buy and hold opportunities. Because one of the things too and this is what I'm going to be really interested to see here. If this is a crypto winter and we have like some huge Bitcoin capitulation and the price halves back down to 20, I do wonder to see the NFTs on stacks too, like how much they fall by.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really excited to work on this. It's something I've been meaning to do for a long time, and I finally got it off my chest. At the same time, I got a lot of responses from people. Should I share this? Should I not share this? The amount of alpha here really is unbelievable. I think on Megapont Apes, there's not a lot of trend regarding the rarity. But if we look at the Bitcoin monkeys,
So you guys saw the banana thing, right? Alex
yeah,
Go just did the banana thing. They just had the tickets. I
yeah,
think it was like 20 or 30 times over subscribed.
Yeah, I was looking at that today. So they initially wanted to raise 16,000 Alex, and they're at close to 500,000 Alex right now.
Wow.
Crazy. I really missed out on the Bitcoin monkeys. I didn't. I that was a collection I missed out, and I wish I was paying more attention.
Same here. We were
yeah.
focused on building zero.
Same.
Alrighty, so
So there's kind of a trend here. As you can see that the rare NFT is listed around 2 times the floor price, whereas we didn't see that on Megaponts. So this area is nicely empty here. So we know that monkey holders are not listing rare NFTs at a lower price. I think this is mostly due to one person called Agva, if you know him.
No. What was
Was
his name?
Agva. So
No.
he's like memorized all the traits for Bitcoin monkeys and just sniping them regularly. So
Wow.
whenever he sees someone with a rare NFT listed at a low price, he'll quickly snipe it directly, even before I had the website up. So he actually gave me the idea for the website, for the dashboard.
does your website show who has like the most NFTs? Or
We can see that with the NFT Whales dashboard.
okay, I think I saw something like that where you could see which wallets were gaining or subtracting NFT, or maybe that was per contract.
Yeah, we'll go through that too.
Okay.
This chart, for example, shows how thick the floor is, how many NFTs are in the current floor range. So between 735 and 835, there are 8 monkeys. This will give you a good idea of how likely it is the floor will increase if there was a sudden demand. If, for example, if this range had a low thickness, it means there were like 2 or 3 monkeys within that range. You can think of it as a resistance level. So meaning the floor will quickly increase as soon as there is demand. It's another thing I'm really glad I did.
Can you explain that one more time, Carl?
Yeah, so for example, in the first bar chart, it's a range between 735 and 835 STX listing price. And we can see here there are 8 monkeys in that range. So for example, if there were only 2 or 3 monkeys between 735 and 1000 STX listing price, we can guess that the floor price will quickly increase as soon as there's demand. Meaning there weren't a lot of listed monkeys in that range.
Yeah, that's a good way to think. I was thinking about the rarity listings that you showed in the previous chart. Is there a way to like put a line where the price floor would be?
Oh, usually the price floor is the leftmost of the chart.
Mm-hmm.
So you can assume it's this one. It's always the leftmost point on the chart.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
That's cool. Really cool, man.
Thank you.
So you just got bored and you started building this?
Yeah, that's how it is here. Like I think I've mentioned I'm in the UAE, so there's not much of things to do in the middle of the desert. So that's how things started. I need to be productive. I can't just party all day.
I mean, I look forward to your tweets. Like every week or every 2 weeks, I see like a new dashboard or a new chart, and it's just amazing. Like you talk about the growth of stacks, but the fact that you can visualize the data, like that's very important for all of us. So I appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, I think like I wouldn't have imagined. I started this just for fun, but I would never have continued with it if it weren't just this amazing community. Everyone's really supportive. I've never been in such a welcoming community. It's just great.
Yeah,
So I don't think it would not have continued without you guys.
yeah, we definitely feel the same. Like I've experienced it as well. Like people DM me, I answer them, and we just build all these different connections across the ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go to another part of the dashboard. So how did you get there? How did you get to this alpha part? I think we're going to have to put some links in the show notes because
Oh, yeah. So we can either get to
so it's
the links and the homepage,
uh-huh.
or we can go to the dashboard section.
Okay.
And in the featured dashboard, you'd see the dashboards I built. And in the built by users, it's mostly dashboards that's user built by themselves.
Oh,
So
wow.
we have nearly 90, nearing maybe 100 dashboards that users really built by themselves using the query tool. If you
Oh,
go to
that's
the queries,
cool.
yeah, it's amazing that we're reaching like 90 dashboards in such a short amount of time.
That's super cool. I didn't realize that it's almost kind of like a Yearn finance where you just build your own query and then you could eventually have users or the community using these queries and eventually people have to pay for them.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have a lot of dashboards either built by users, by fans of the NFT, or by owners of the NFTs, or by owners of the product. For example, Ilan Swap's stats. Shout out to him. He built an amazing tool to measure the activity on his contracts. So the Lightning swap swaps Lightning for stacks. There's probably nothing this guy can do, and he built a dashboard all by himself. So it's amazing that this community is, it's like finding this tool very productive.
So let's talk about that a little, because you go to the run queries, but how does it save on this dashboard?
Yeah, exactly. So we have the documentation section here.
Okay.
I won't bore you with the details.
Sure.
Sure. But you can either run the query,
Uh-huh.
change the visualizations over here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So basically you have different data behind the scenes that is available for different types of charts, like a bar chart, pie chart.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can either save to dashboard
Uh-huh.
or download a CSV file. This wouldn't have been possible without the Node API provided by Hero. So we're really just standing on their shoulders.
Wow.
So
That's really cool.
yeah, so we have transactions stable, NFT events stable, fungible tokens events stable, even metadata stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to click around there, see what I can find.
Yeah, I really think it's an amazing tool. Like we really saw the need for that early on, which helped us. We've been working on this for several months now.
Yeah, I think originally what happened was I was looking for some type of data. Someone wrote the query, sent me your website. I ran the query and it generated what I was looking for. And then I contacted you, and it was like, wow.
Yeah, I remember you were like one of the early users of the website. Like you were among the first 10 users or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was just kicking off, and someone recommended it to me, and I was like, wow. At first, I was like, wow, who wrote this query? Because this is crazy. And then the second thing is, I plugged it in, and it worked.
Yeah,
So
it's I think probably Dulb.
it could have been. I don't remember. It was
Yeah.
on the Stacks channel. I asked a very specific question, and then there was like 2 or 3 people that offered their time and their know-how, and I think one of them sent me here, and that's how it happened.
Yeah, glad that you found it helpful. Yeah, the response by the community has been like amazing. I would never have believed it to be like that.
Yeah, I like your Twitter handle too, the Aeon Unchained. It's very clever.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I will probably have to dox myself soon, all this Web3 founder stuff, but
Uh-huh.
kind of enjoying it right now.
Just enjoy it. I mean, like we're the same. Like, just enjoy it right now. Like,
Yeah.
Stacks on Chain is the brand, and I think people identify with that. So I'm pretty sure you're safe for a while.
What does the future look like? What are you thinking? I'm sure I know Trevor, and we talk to him sometimes here and there, and I'm sure he probably said, "Hey, you should get an accelerator."
Yeah, so right off the bat, eh? Yeah, the accelerator is a great tool for everyone to get into.
Yeah.
Right now, we're focused on like providing all the tools for the community. There's like a lot of things we can do. Long term, like for example, this NFT alpha chart, I don't think it can be found anywhere on any chain, whether it's on Glassnode, Dune Analytics, or any website. So we're looking, I have a lot of ideas that have never been implemented, and we're looking to get them to live as soon as possible. After that, we're looking, I started looking recently into DeFi. I'm very late on the DeFi charts. I've been getting a lot of bad love around that, tough love around that. I should, I have the queries ready. I just need to get the UI stuff sorted out to get Alex and Arkadiko on there. They've been doing amazing work. And
Yep.
I think they need to be shown more love. And we'll try our best at that. After that, we're looking at the possibilities of going cross-chain, but that's like a few months, several months down the road.
And then how do people submit features? Like, do you use some type of software? Is it just all by Twitter DMs, or is there like a website that people?
Excuse me, can you repeat your question?
I think like when you go to to Stacks on Chain, it says contact and it takes you to the Twitter handle, right? Is that what I remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that working well? Is that the best place to go?
Yeah, so we recently started a Discord channel.
Okay.
I'll share the link, but it's not. I haven't shared that actively yet. So I think Discord is better than Twitter as a medium with all its setbacks and flaws.
I think it's on your Twitter though, right?
I've shared it like once, so I need to definitely do more work pushing people to our Discord. We have like we're looking to get bounties set up where people looking for queries can ask for help from a lot of people with experience regarding with SQL queries. It's not just us. We have a lot of people from the community who are writing queries right now in our Discord and who are happy to help.
So hopefully you guys can sign up on our Creator Hub marketplace and list it as a service that or gig work that you can offer, and then maybe down the road we can work together for some bounties, because in our platform, we want to build out like this knowledge page too, and have any people in the community add links from their socials that they're already pushing or amplifying, and being able to see that across the board in one place.
Yeah, I definitely saw that and was willing to bring it up to you guys. That would be great. I, I think there's a big need for that, especially in such a quickly growing ecosystem.
Yeah. Uh, I think too, like with what you're building, and we talk to a lot of builders where the skills are there, the talent is there, and we do all help people in different ways and in various times too. But having one place like this NFT dashboard and NFT Alpha, this is awesome. So you can go here, you can see the data. You don't have to make any educated guesses. You can see the data on chain. And what we want to build too is be able to have this data on chain for the first piece is people coming to offer any services or people looking for services. Having that data on chain, this also helps what you're going to be building too in the future, where people can build any types of dashboards. So imagine like people who are offering their services, and you can find this data on chain, and the people who have NFTs, you could start to do some really interesting things with that kind of data.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be useful for a lot of people. There's already a lot of demand for building dashboards. Like me and Arctic Wolf are barely keeping up. So definitely we could use any help we can get. I think a good dashboard needs a couple of days to be built. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
And
lot
it
of
takes a
work.
couple versions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done dashboards a couple times, just when the data is already existing, not like from scratch. But it definitely
Yeah,
takes.
yeah, there's a lot of trial and error involved. So, but it's a lot of fun,
It's
especially the end product.
Yeah, especially the end product.
yeah, it's turned out fantastic. Like what
Yeah,
you've
I
done.
appreciate it.
Is Arctic Wolf still working on? Is it the data on stacks?
Stacks data, yeah. So Stacks data and Stacks on chain are basically the same company now, the same
Okay.
website that have not merged yet.
Oh,
So
okay. Because I was going to
yeah,
say I still see his.
yeah. So we should merge these couple of months, but it's a lot of work and we're overloaded at the moment. So we've been kind of kicking it off. So we're looking into rebranding into a different name,
Hmm.
And I
but
think
that's a few months down the road.
I think I saw a job posting for you guys like 2 weeks ago. Is that still open or?
Yeah, definitely. We're looking for a front end developer and a back end.
Okay,
So if you're excited to work in the Stacks community, hit us up. There's a lot of work to be done, and it's very rewarding.
perfect.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you want to discuss anything else, Zero? Otherwise, Carl, I appreciate you coming on the show and just showcasing what you've been able to do in the last 6 months or so. I think you've come a long way. The metrics and the dashboards, amazing stuff. Like I love like analytics. I love data, and like when I just look at like Stacks NFT, I can't really see the data, and it's just the same thing for the contracts. It's hard to know who's doing what and when. And with your websites, I can see it. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, likewise. I appreciate what you guys are doing. It's a great, your YouTube channel is a great resource. When I first wanted to get into Arcadic, for example, the first thing I did was watch your interview with Flip. So I really appreciate what you guys are doing.
Man, thanks so much. That was actually my very first interview, and I reached out to Trevor and I was like, "Hey, I want to talk to some people," and he was like, "Yeah, go for it." And Philip was so awesome too, because I was like, "Hey, I'm just what I want to do is put content out. I want people to learn about stacks. I want people to learn about Web3. And along the way, Kurt and Hodl and Spartan and Mariaverse and Kenny and Algorithm came along too, and we're just constantly surprised, like especially like when you come on and you're building. So when you come on this show and show people what you're building and show people that it is possible to just build in your spare time, learn Clarity. That's just so phenomenal to me. By the way, are there any resources for Clarity that you would like to tell people about?
Yeah, sure. I think like I said, we're standing on the shoulders of giants. Everything is already built for us. Regarding Clarity, for example, Clarinet is a great tool. Kenny is doing some great job pushing out content.
Yeah.
I really love Kenny's content. It was very helpful.
He was just on the show, what, Thursday or Friday, right? 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And he was showcasing some of his content that he's producing, how to get started. He had like 2 or 3 pieces that he was advising people. So it's a cool little shout out for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the last thing I wanted to say, so where can people find the tweet on, you said it was a challenge that you guys put out, or was it a bounty?
Yeah, so right now we're doing a dashboard competition.
Okay.
So if you go to the dashboard link, you can see like around 90 dashboards that the users created by themselves. So you can create your own dashboard to get a chance to win a Megapont Ape and a Megaconks whitelists. So it's definitely a rewarding thing to do in your spare time. It's like not much work, just a few hours in a couple of days to get a dashboard set up.
Wow.
If you want, I can take you through the dashboard some people did.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't disrupt the results or
Yeah,
doesn't jeopardize any type of thing.
no worries.
Okay, sure.
So,
Yeah.
I like the Free Punks dashboards. So the guy behind the Free Punks did like 3 or 4 dashboards.
Do you want to share your screen, or do you want to?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go for
Don't
it.
mind. So
Are there's judges? Like who are the judges? Is it you and
no, it's not based on judges.
oh, okay.
So people can vote. I have not announced that yet. So people can vote for their dashboards by favoriting them here. So the most favorited dashboards will win.
Are you sharing your screen?
I think so.
I don't see it on the screen here. Go ahead and try it
Let
one
me
more
share
time.
again.
Carl,
Here it
Stacks
goes.
on Chain
Okay,
joined.
I'm gonna show it on the stream. Perfect.
Right. So by going to the dashboard page, you can quickly scroll through the dashboards that the users built.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these dashboards were built for the competition. I really like the ones that the Free Punks team built. It's really helpful. The competition will not be decided by judges, but will be decided by the most favorited dashboard. You can favorite your dashboard by clicking on this icon here.
Perfect.
Okay. Do you have to log in with your Hero wallet?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll put out a tweet about this too on Zero Authority.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
And we'll also put it out in our Discord too, so people can go in, create a dashboard, and people have to vote on it too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like this one as well. Just highlighting the efforts built that the community did. So the gas tracker dashboard, you can see what are the most popular contracts that STX token was spent on for gas in the last hour, the last day, and then the last 7 days.
Yeah,
noticed it
that's
dropped a
really
lot.
cool.
Like I noticed that gas has dropped from like 0.1 to like 0.003, like in the last 2 days.
Yeah, it varies a lot. So I think there was a big improvement in the last few weeks, so they're definitely working on that.
Excellent.
I think the dashboard is really such a great resource. Even myself, I didn't go through all of them. There's been so many that the community built.
Stack
So,
swap. There
yeah,
it is.
I've had
That's
no
pretty
hand to do
sweet.
in any of these dashboards. So I've had no hand to do in any of these dashboards. It's all by the community. So
Wow.
they built everything by themselves.
Wow, that's really cool. What is that showing? Is that just showing the migration to V2 that they had?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think they wanted like a tool to track everything.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Can people put this in their websites like with an iframe or embed it?
Yeah, it's definitely something we'll consider soon in
Okay.
the future. It's a great idea to do. The baby badgers one is a great one as well.
This is the Valentine's one, right?
Yeah, yeah. The team did
They're
a good
6-week
great
old,
job.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're going to talk to the Badgers soon. I love the baby Badgers. That's so cool.
Yeah, the team has been relentless with the good job they're doing.
When they were building the VR studio, I was like, this
Yeah.
is awesome. Crazy. Well, that's great. Okay, so we'll make sure to highlight this and share this out, man, because we want to amplify the message here. This is great work. We want to really get more votes coming in too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the effort done by these people is like jaw-dropping. They've been doing such a great jobs with these dashboards. I never would have imagined such great feedback from them.
Hmm.
And it looks like you can just take the URL and go directly to the dashboard, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So like they can use it for their websites and things like that.
Yeah.
Wow, that is really cool.
There's also the portfolio update. So you can see which the portfolio segmentation, which NFTs, which DeFi tokens are taking the most percentage from your, are worth the most amount from your portfolio, and their values. And you can also see here so you can keep track of everything in one place, or the Twitter and Discord messages.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
So
That
you
is
have to be
really
logged
cool.
in, right? You're logged in and then it reads what's in your wallet and then it generates the analytics. It's
Yeah, exactly.
okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's just something we've built in our spare time. Really, we're all full-time. We have full-time day jobs. So I'm
Same
glad
here.
you guys.
Yeah, we know how it is.
Kurt has to get up in a couple hours.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I've got to actually end, guys. So it's been great having you on the show.
Yeah.
Appreciate you
Hey.
being available.
Yeah.
And Kurt, this is Kurt's official last 030 live stream. Kurt, thank you so much, brother. We appreciate all of your contributions to Zero Authority DAO. And Carl, thanks so much for showing this to us today and letting us share these great updates for Stacks on Chain with the community.
No worries, Zero. I really love what you're doing, and congrats, Kurt, on the new job. OK Coin is lucky to have you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited. I start Thursday, so I just can't wait. 3 more days. So you'll see me online. I'll still be there.
Yeah,
Just a
OK
different
Coin
outfit.
they seem very intertwined with the Stacks community.
Yeah, that's how I learned about them. I didn't hear about them until I think January last year when they listed Stacks. And that was the first time. And then ever since then, I've moved some things over and I find myself in that platform all the time. And
Yeah.
I've actually recommended a bunch of people. I've recommended, not a bunch, but like 15 people. I've recommended, you can see all the different rewards. So I like at one point, it was like $50 or $100 per person. And yeah, it was definitely a good incentive to recommend people.
And I will say about OKCoin, and I don't know if Hyder will ever watch this, but I want to give him a shout out because he really took some of my feedback about the UI and UX on the platform. So really appreciate Hyder doing that. He didn't have to reach out to me at all.
That's great to hear.
Yep.
Alrighty, gentlemen.
All right.
Yep.
Hey guys, thanks so much. And Kurt, we're gonna miss you. We're super stoked for your next journey, and you better not ever forget about us, brother.
I won't forget about you guys. Okay. Great to be
Thanks so
part of
much,
this,
Carl.
Cyril. Nice to work
Always.
with you, Carl. Alrighty.
Pleasure
Yes.
being on this.
Sure
Take
thing.
care, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.